so excited because I have a collab with a bunch of other mamas, and we have gone thrifting for homeschool items. We are going to be showing off all the things that we found, what we like to look for when we're thrifting for homeschool items, and all of that is going to be linked in a playlist below. It will have all the videos in this collab on it. So this is our homeschool thrifting collab, and I am so excited to be filming it. So if you are new around here, I am Jackie. I am a homeschool mom to 4 boys, and on this channel I talk about all things motherhood and homeschool days. So if that's something that you are interested in, definitely subscribe and ring the bell so that you can get updates for whenever I post my videos. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you a whole sensory / manipulatives bin that I put together from a bin that I found while I was out thrifting. Definitely keep watching for that. So one of the first things I always look for when I go thrifting is I run by the book section. So there's a thrift store near my house, and there is a really great section of books. So I went actually a couple of times for the books that I found that I'm going to show you in this video, but sometimes there's better books than others, vintage books or something that maybe I'd been looking for, something along those lines. So since I don't have a ton of space for books in our house, I am really picky about what books I bring into the home. I got a nice little stack here, so I didn't get a whole lot, but what I did find is I'm really excited about it. So first up, I have 3 classics that I got. So I found Anne of Green Gables and Black Beauty. For one, I really loved Anne of Green Gables growing up, and so that is something that even though I have boys, I want to intertwine into our school. So one thing that I do really like about these books that I found is there's an illustration on each page. So it's not a colored illustration. Giving just the kids something to look at as I read always helps, especially at their ages. So I will probably be adding this in sometime this year, and if not this year, maybe next year. Then I got Black Beauty also. Just found some of these classics that I don't have. I could get them at the library, but I just feel like I like to have a few classics on hand. Another one that I found is the Swiss Family Robinson. This one is actually also has a lot of pictures in it, and so my kids will really like that. So another book that I found is actually called The Boys Book of Indian Skills. I thought this was really unique, and it looks actually relatively old. So what this book does is it actually goes through skills that indigenous people, our ancestors, used to have here in the United States, and I am probably not going to give this to my boys right now, but I know that there is going to come a time when they're really, really interested in this book and they're going to want to like do these skills and stuff. It's a really unique book that I think we will put into practice as they grow. So another book that I got is actually really cool. It is a source book of the Civil War. We are not to the Civil War yet in our history, so I am excited about this, and it used to be a library book, and I just love that. It's old. It's awesome. I like all the photos in it. This is just something that really interests me, and it may be more of a me purchase, but it'd be kind of cool to have here at the house. So the next book that I got actually is a book that we read in our Around the World with Picture books from Beautiful Feet Books. And this is the one that I couldn't get at the library. I had to just watch it on YouTube, like a read aloud. And I found this actually at the thrift store. I was like, I have to grab this because we're going to redo the Around the World with Picture books eventually. It's called The Tale of the Mandarin Ducks. And so this will be a good one to have on hand. That way I don't have to just watch a YouTube video. I can open up the book and let the boys see it. So the next thing that I was particularly looking for in this thrift trip was some manipulatives for like counting and just to play with, maybe to line up in a certain order, whatever, just for the boys to have fun with. I actually went to this really cool place here in Austin. It's called Austin Creative Reuse, and it has like every single possible thing you could imagine there was like so many different things to create with. There was tons of fabric, there was pencil bags and crayon bags and curriculum, and there was old magazines, and there was old dolls, and there was old photo albums, and there was old wooden pieces that you could use for whatever. They had everything there, and basically what it is you can donate things that you don't need anymore. It's super cool. So I definitely wanted to get some manipulatives, but I also, when I was there, I was like, there was string, there was different types of cord, there was just so many things. So I ended up spending about 22 bucks, and my husband even got a couple things because we went together, and like it was only 22 bucks for all the things that we got. So here's a few things that I got. So first up, I just grabbed some cord. This will be fun. It actually says macrame cord, but I think my son is he's already used it to make a raft with some of these popsicle sticks, or I don't know what the technical name, craft sticks, I guess. So in particular for the manipulatives that I found, so I found this little bag. It was actually just $1 for all of these buttons. And I thought that would be fun to use as manipulatives because I usually just use beans or something, but this is kind of fun. I can have them ready and set out and all that. The second thing is a bunch of shells, just like a bag of shells. My kids have actually already gotten into this bag of shells. They had whole racks of paper and notepads and all of that, but I grabbed a few of these foam sheets because they are just nice to have on hand for whatever. I have an idea for how I'm going to make the sensory bin, and I will show you guys that too. My kids also got into this, but it's just like some ribbon, and this I probably will actually use for me and for them because I use this sometimes for gifts. Next up is I got this huge thing of thread. Like, we are not going to be running out of thread anytime soon. So this is great for craft supplies and for just like threading through buttons or whatever. So another thing that I'm really excited about that I found, this was $2. It is just like this big container, and this is the container that I'm going to use to make my sensory manipulative bin, and it comes with these little pieces on the inside, and you can take them out and put them in, and this little more divided one here. I also picked up some alphabet stamps, and I grabbed a couple of highlighters. So my 7-year-old wanted to help me put together this bin, and here is what we put in it. So we put about 20 buttons in there that we're gonna be able to put thread through just as a sensory kind of activity, and then we put in 20 shells to put in the bin also to use as manipulatives whenever we needed to. And then I cut up a bunch of string already ready to be used to thread through either the buttons, or some of the shells had holes in them. Just something fun to have. I also took some of the foam sheets that I got, and I hole punched them to where they could put some of the thread through there. And so that's like a fun little thing. I've already seen my littlest playing with this while we were working on school with the bigger ones. So that is awesome. I left some glue and some scissors inside and put some of the popsicle sticks in. And then at the end, after he was done, I added some Play-Doh. And that is the manipulative and sensory bin. Don't forget to check out the playlist below with all the other mamas in this Homeschool Thrift collab. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, seeing what I got, and maybe it gave you some ideas for what you can find thrifting if you get a chance to go sometime soon for your school. Thank you so much for watching, and drop a comment below. Let me know what your favorite thing is that I got.